short-term courses is still acceptable, entry-level courses, but don't go for full-fledged courses. Like, some of those institute they ask for like 3 lakhs, 10 lakh, 15 lakh. That's not worth it totally.
If someone wants to get into VFX, what would you advise them? Like, what's the process they have to go through and all this stuff?
Like
Because
for
it is
me, if
not
you're
actually much popular in Delhi, the
Or
production
in
and
India
designing
also?
part.
for me, if you're an Indian, I would strongly suggest don't get enrolled in any of these Indian VFX institute or any VFX school or animation
Okay.
school. Like that
Hmm.
is like because when I was thinking about joining, like it might sound funny to you, but I didn't like the website of that institute,
Hmm.
so I didn't join it. Because in my head I was like, if they can't create even a proper website, like how do I expect them to create teach me something about visual effect? Like the
Right.
crappy website, like the
Right,
crappiest
exactly.
website that you can ever imagine, with the dinosaur and all that stuff. And like that's not visual effects. Like that's a second grade cartoon channel that
Right.
you're watching.
It's
I
a
don't want to
static.
learn from that.
Website is static. It has VFX in static way, but
And
in movie it's in the running condition. The characters are
I'm not talking about
revolving
that.
around
Just
that.
at an overall level, like when you talk about visual effects, something, anything related to designing or anything like that, graphic related stuff, and you have, and I'm without naming that institute, it is one of the biggest institute in India. No matter how shitty it
Okay.
is, but but the
Hmm.
quality of that website is like pure bad, definitely bad. Like for me, like I was just like searching online for courses. I was like, ये क्या है यार, ये क्या website है ये? And from
Right.
and the
Right.
other institute were like they were charging so much. I was like, इससे अच्छा यार मैं खुद का एक system लेके खुद सीखने लग जाऊँ.
Hmm.
कि
Okay.
like, and this is something that all my other colleagues and the artists that I have known also have shared with me, that they also firmly believe that if you are in India, don't don't at least see, like short-term courses is still acceptable, entry-level
Hmm.
courses, but don't go for full-fledged courses. Like, some of those institute they ask for like 3 lakhs, 10 lakh, 15 lakh. That's not worth it totally. It's not even worth it.
Actually.
Yeah, like it's better that you first learn stuff online, and if possible, like, and online you can get such like there are people who have worked on films like Star Wars and Avengers films, and
Hmm.
and they have their
Okay.
own Gumroad channels where they teach how to approach a shot or other stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
so I think you should rather spend your money on that kind of online courses instead of
Hmm.
joining all those institutes,
Yeah.
because definitely
Institutes.
you learn a
Okay.
lot. Yeah, and then when
Yeah,
you
you get
But
to
have
they
know
give
the
you
a
some
basics.
sort
good,
of exposure if you are joining the institute. Don't
like,
you deny that?
not, I would deny not a good exposure definitely, but I
But if
wouldn't
you
say
do
that
not have
it's
any family background, I think it's a little bit difficult to actually approach as a newcomer that
yeah, yeah,
you have
definitely
actually
it is
joined the
difficult
firm
if you
from.
don't have. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely it, yeah,
Right.
like yeah, so like that is the thing, like it gives exposure also, but like
Right.
that is not something that is worth for, I mean, like I still personally think, I think you should rather first learn few stuff online,
Hmm.
create your small showreel, and then start approaching people, or reaching. And like online there is a
Okay.
very large community that where people can
Hmm.
hang out.
Right.
You
I
can
think
just
it's right.
reach out to people, even on Reddit. You have the
Yeah.
subreddits where you
Hmm.
can, and an art
Hmm.
station, there is such a great platform. And just even if you don't get paid, I think first, like, I know money is a big factor, but for me, like, firstly, experience should be the top priority when
Okay.
you're
Hmm.
beginning. Yeah, because
Hmm.
because when you start about, like, I want to make money, even though you're not, and if you're working at a bad place with a bad work environment, doing bad work hours, excessive work hours, and you're not getting paid enough, I don't think that's worth working for.
Hmm.
And I've known people like they travel like every day, like 4, 4, 5 hours, and they have to, because they don't have any other choice. And I'm not saying
Hmm.
that they shouldn't, but but I can understand that, like, they can't do anything else, they have to travel like that. But having said
Right.
that, if you ever get a chance in life when you can opt out of situation like this, I think you should definitely do that.
Hmm.
I mean, that's just my perspective.
Related to VFX. If a person is starting from scratch, he should go for it by himself
Yeah,
Like
rather than
first
you
he
have the
should,
enrolling from
option to
any.
learn
he or
online
she,
now
yeah, like first
from
I
the
would
best
say is
people
that
in the field.
yeah, he or she should research online,
Hmm.
just get to know. And there are like even Quora is a very good place where people can ask questions, and
Hmm.
and Reddit and other Twitter, Instagram. You have like social media has a lot of ways to connect people. But
Hmm.
Hmm.
if you are someone who gets lost online, and if you can't get any help, then I think then there's no other way rather than joining an institute. Like then
Right.
you
Hmm.
don't have any other option. Then there is all those kind of institute. So that's
Hmm.
but for me, I still think that should be the last resort that you should have. First,
Hmm.
research online, see what you are capable of, reach out to people, and then if you still think that you need to have a one-to-one uh, teaching kind of way to learn, then I think, I mean, like, then you should go for it. But if you can afford to learn outside, definitely you should go outside. And there are a lot of great institutes all over the world. But yeah, I mean, that's my uh,
Take on the
point of view.
VFX part. Yes.